guys, this is MATHit.school. Welcome back. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can divide a polynomial with a monomial. And I'm going to help solve this problem where you are dividing this trinomial with a monomial that looks like this. So without further ado, let's get started. But if you feel like you want to try to solve this by yourself, you can pause the video at this point and try to solve it yourself so that you can check whether you got this question right or not in just minutes when I reveal the correct answer. So for those of you who just want to watch me solve this, you can just stay tuned and continue on. So let's grab a pen and paper. Let's get started. All right, so I have two questions here where I am dividing this binomial with a number. I have placed these two problems before the original question of this one because I wanted you to get used to this division method. So let's go ahead and try these first. So what I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna write down the polynomial that I'm gonna divide. And I'm gonna write it like that in the blank sheet of paper and then write a division sign. And on the left side of the division sign, I'm gonna write the divisor, which in this case is a number 3. So let's move it down a little bit, okay? And on this side, I'm gonna box it with pink marker. I'm gonna place a number that's gonna give me 3x when multiplied with our divisor 3. So in other words, I'm going to come up with a number that when multiplied together with our divisor of 3 will give me 3x. And in this case, the answer is simple, it's x. So I'm going to place x here, and I'm going to go ahead and multiply 3 and x and write it right here to subtract from our polynomial. So if I do that, I get -9 minus 0, which will give me -9. So I conveniently eliminated the term 3x, and now I have only -9. So in this place, I'm going to make another box right here. In this box, I'm going to come up with another number that when multiplied with our divisor of 3 will give me -9. So I'll rewrite it so that you're not going to be confused. 3 times this number should give me -9. And that's a simple answer as well. I'm going to have to multiply -3, right? So in this box, I'll have -3, and if I go ahead and check it, 3 times -3 will give me -9, and if I subtract -9 from -9, I'll be able to completely get rid of the integer term of -9. So since there is no remainder, my answer will be just these two numbers combined together. So x minus 3 will be our final answer for this first problem. So I'm going to go ahead and place this right here and confirm that as my final answer. All right, using the same method, I'm going to go ahead and solve the second problem. I'm going to make more space. I'm going to follow the same procedure. I'm going to write our polynomial, 8x cubed plus 4x, and I'm going to divide it with a number 4. Now I'm going to have to come up with a number or expression that when multiplied with 4 will give me 8x cubed. So if you're confused, you can rewrite it on a piece of paper. 4 times this particular expression will give me 8x cubed. And once you get used to these kind of procedures, you're not gonna need to write out things like this. You're going to be able to naturally come up with an expression that's gonna give you the expression back. So practice makes perfect. I would advise you all to just try as many questions as possible. But for meantime, I'll have to come up with an expression that when multiplied with 4 will give me 8x cubed. And in this case, that number will be 2 and x cubed. So I'm going to go ahead and write that. And then I'm going to go ahead and multiply those two expressions, 4 and 2x cubed, and write it right there to subtract from my original expression. I can conveniently get rid of the x cubed term, and I'm left with 4x. So I'm going to write another box here and come up with another expression that when multiplied with 4 will give me 4x. And that's simple, you don't really have to write it out. That expression will be x and plus x, right? So 4 times x will give you 4x. I'm gonna write it right here, subtract it, and again, I have a 0 as a remainder. So my final answer will be just these two numbers combined, and I'll rewrite it right here. It's 2x cubed plus x. And that's going to be my final answer, so I'm going to box it like that. So these were our final answers. Now for our next problem, I am going to use a non-number monomial that looks like this. So instead of a number, we have 3x as a divisor and a trinomial for the number that we're dividing. So we're dividing polynomial with a monomial that is not a simple integer, but the method is the same. So I'm going to write the original expression, 5x raised to the power 4 plus x squared plus 9, and then I'm going to divide it with 3x. All right, good so far. I am going to then write a box, and in this box will go a number or expression that when multiplied with 3x will give me 5x raised to the power 4. Now, this could be a little tricky, so I'm going to rewrite it on the right side of my blackboard. So 3x times this expression should give me 5x raised to the power 4. So this box should equal to 5x4 divided by 3x. And if I simplify that, that'll give me 5x cubed over 3. So that is the number that should go to the box. So I'm going to move it here and resize it to fit that into my little box right there. So if I multiply these two expressions, I'll get 5x raised to the power of 4 back and conveniently remove that first term successfully. Now I am left with x squared plus 9, and I'm going to have to come up with another expression that when multiplied with our divisor of 3x gives me x squared. So this is not a simple question. 3x times this number should equal to x squared. If you can't carry this out in your head, it's completely okay to write it out like this. X squared over 3x will be the number that goes in the box, and if I simplify that, I'll come up with x over 3. So that is the number that should go to that second box right there. All right, so if I multiply 3x with x over 3, I'll get x squared back. So I'm going to write it like that and subtract from the leftover so that I can get rid of that x squared term. Now the remainder is 9. So what you can do with the remainder is the same thing really. What do you have to multiply to 3x in order to get a number 9? And the process is the same. That number should equal to 9 over 3x, and if I simplify that, by dividing both numerator and denominator with 3, I get 3 over x. So that is the number that should go to that third box. Alright, so I'm almost done. All there is left for me to do is to combine all the expressions that are in the pink box, and that'll give me my final answer. So the final answer should be equal to, okay, that looks better. 5x cubed over 3 plus x over 3 plus 3 over x. So that's gonna be our answer for this division problem. So I hope you liked my method of solving this polynomial division problem. I hope this helped, and if you need more problem or if you need more help with math, please revisit my channel, and also consider subscribing to my channel, and also please like this video if it helped you in any way, shape, or form. Thank you very much, and I'll come back with more helpful videos later on. Bye!